What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today, we have another play-by-play, and it is the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Houston Texans for the final game of Super Wildcard Weekend. What a great weekend of football. The only stain on it, of course, was one of the worst quarterbacks in the entire league last night. We're not even going to mention his name. But other than that, it's been an incredible weekend of football, and I expect nothing less this evening. Here we go. Let me start a poll. Who do you got? I got the Texans. Let's say you. Do you have the Texans or the Steelers? Go. Get a poll going. Appreciate everybody that's hopped in the chat already. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit it. What up, Daniel? Happy Monday. What up, dog? You? All right. Here we go. So Houston's 3-point favorite here on the road. Pittsburgh survived their final game of the year last week against the Ravens. Love to see them not waste that opportunity, right? You lose or you win just because a rookie kicker misses a field goal. You find yourself here, and will they just let it wither away? Look how Mike Tomlin thrives on being the underdog. Tomlin loves his Steelers tonight, clearly. See how it goes. Right. Normal Monday night stuff. So matchup predictor giving slight edge to Houston. DJ Stroud missed some time. He had 3,000 yards on the season, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 3,300 yards. So not a very efficient day yards-wise. But he did do a good touchdown to interception ratio as usual, over 3-1 on that mark. All right, we're going to have kickoff here any second. We'll have a commercial break, of course. Why wouldn't we? All right, let's get the thing underway. Over-under is 37.5. They're predicting these two defenses really stifle each other. At 37.5. Very low-scoring game predicted by ESPN. I can't. He missed it week 18 in the Steelers. Move to the next round. The drama is real. Hi. Hi to the chat. Yay. Hi. Hi, that's Houston. That's the Steelers. You ready to watch some football? Can you say football? No. No football. It. Football. 12 of you in the chat early. Appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Anderson. Here we go. Here we go. What up, Susan? How are you? So nothing pops up. Here we are. All right, Kimmy Fairburn, ready to get this thing started. Bang, and we're off like a herd of turtles. All right, Warren's gonna catch it just outside of the end zone, and his momentum takes him into the end zone, so he does touch back it. Means it will be at the 20-yard line. Great kick there by Kimmy Fairburn. Jalen Warren not really back far enough to be able to catch it in stride. They're ready to go. All right, Aaron Rodgers on the field to get this thing started. Getting so big, I know, right? What up, Will? How are you? 14:59 to go as we get this thing started. Aaron Rodgers goes under center. Standing the field, single back formation. Heavy set, 3 tight ends. Extra lineman actually takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Here is Warren. Warren cuts back. Warren, nice move. And he's got a first down to get this thing started. This Houston Texans defense has been nothing short of phenomenal this season. One of the best defenses in the entire NFL. So let's see what Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers can do. DK Metcalf back from his suspension. He's a big piece of what they do. Strong receiver. Throw him those slant passes. This guy is a terror to take down. Aaron Rodgers goes into the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right side. Tight end on the left is Jonnu Smith. Vernick in motion, stays on the right side. 4 seconds on the play clock. Warren switches sides in the backfield to the left. 1 second, takes the snap, quick throw to the right. Caught by DK. DK finds room to run. He's also quick, and he's down the field for a gain of about 16 yards on the play. Move the chains again. 2 plays for the Steelers, 2 first downs. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best at seeing these things so fast, so quick. Getting rid of the football. He didn't even need to have it set up as a screen. This time it was a screen, but so many times you just see him whip it out there. Him and Matthew Stafford are the 2 that I see do that the most. Let his receiver do the rest. Single back formation. 3 tight end set again, takes the snap. Handoff to the left side, cuts it up the middle as Warren all the way to the backside now, and he's going to get wrapped up by Stingley for a 2-yard gain at the 49-yard line of the Steelers. What up, Billy Mack? DK already making a difference? Yep. 1 catch. The only catch so far is DK. Only on our 3rd play. They're up near midfield. Are you trying to take Daddy's hat? Uh-oh. You lost your turtle. Turtle back. Ah. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun. Calvin Austin in motion, right to left, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Warren. Warren straight ahead. The 50-yard line, gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 7 coming up now for Steelers. Right at midfield. I think Aaron Rodgers will have a heck of a game in his swan song, only for C.J. Stroud to shine in the moment and eliminate Pittsburgh 34-27. High-scoring affair with these 2 defenses. I don't hate the prediction, though. 3rd and 7 early. Some of the best pass rushers in the best pass rushing duo in the NFL lies in Pittsburgh right now, aka Houston. Haha, Houston's in Pittsburgh right now. You get it? But no, Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are absolute studs on either side of this defensive line, and they love and thrive in 3rd and long situations. Let's see what Aaron Rodgers can do. He's also a great reader. He can read the defense better just about anybody in the league and get rid of that ball very quickly. That means you got also a pair of corners that are pretty strong. Of course, Stingley and Lassiter. Jalen Petrie and the nickel. I mean, that secondary is also dangerous. They're just great all around. See what Rodgers does in the shotgun. Scanning the field, puts a man in motion here. 3 receivers to the left. Gainwell goes over to the right side now. Empty backfield set. Rodgers takes the snap. 4-man rush. Rodgers gets rid of it quickly over to the right side and too high. Looking for Gainwell. Oh, man, Aaron Rodgers. Hot after that one. Somebody ran the wrong route, I guess. And he just has to throw it away, and the Steelers will be forced to punt. Hi. Your mama? Yeah, he was having a great time. Here we go. Here comes the punt from, I believe, Waitman, right? Yeah, Waitman. There it is. Fair catch going to be called at the 10-yard line by Noel. And here comes C.J. Stroud and the offense to start this drive. C.J. Stroud. At one point thought to be a guy that may take over the league. He hasn't quite lived up to those expectations, but still a very solid young quarterback of the future. Let's see if he can have a moment here against this Steelers defense that's also very, very strong. You got Houston, a really good offense here. You got Nico Collins, a fantastic wide receiver on the outside. Dalton Schultz, a very strong tight end. Woody Marks is actually a really nice running back. They still have Nick Chubb as the veteran running back. So really good pieces on this team. Christian Kirk as well for Jacksonville as their third receiver. Nothing wrong with that. Jaden Higgins, their number 2. That's what they got. And then they have a rookie left tackle, Laurente anniversary, replacing Tunsil, who obviously went to Austin, Washington. Defensively for the Steelers, of course, it's led by TJ Watt, absolute stud on the outside. Highsmith on the other outside linebacker position. Patrick Queen in the middle of that defense. Cameron Hayward, the wily veteran out there, huge in the middle. They're a solid defense in their own right. I don't think they've quite lived up to expectations for how good this defense was projected to be, but it's still a very strong defense when it matters. Texans need O-line, yep. Baby Billy. He got some shots today, so poor little guy is feeling it. He's a pretty quiet kid. We don't usually hear him cry too much, and he's been wailing at times. Speaking of O-line, why would you get rid of our O-line coach if we were going to hire Blau? Sounds like maybe they have a different idea of how they want to run. Seems like the consensus being talked about right now is switching to more of a zone scheme rather than a gap scheme. Combine those two words and said gone. But that seems to be the case, is that they have a different ideology of where they want to take the run game. And we'll see what happens. Curious. Probably a lot less pulling guards, pulling tackles. A lot more just straight gap scheme from left to right, zone running. The great Mike Shanahan really popularized that in the 90s with Terrell Davis. See if they bring that back. 11:57 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Single back formation. And in motion is the tight end. Stays on the right side. Handoff up the middle here is Marks. Marks going to run straight ahead for a gain of nearly 5. 2nd down and a long 5 coming up here for the Texans. So might that change in scheme affect our negotiations with Tunsil? I think Tunsil would be fantastic in a zone scheme. I think he has great athleticism. He can get moving. That's really the big thing about the zone scheme, is you got to have athletic offensive linemen. Tunsil definitely fits that bill. 2nd and 5. 3 receivers to the left side. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Looking, pumping, throws over the middle. Tipped up in the air and nearly caught by Schultz. Pinball effect out there in the secondary, but it does hit the ground. Nico Collins, a little shaken up on the play. Yeah, I mean, he's got already a grass stain on his knee. Wonder if his knee got a little shook up on that one, hitting the ground hard. Maybe it's a head injury, actually. Yeah, he got punched in the face a little bit there. I don't know. He took a big shot. That's not for the weary to run through the middle of a defense, especially not one of the Steelers. 3rd and 5. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. In the shotgun is Stroud. Nick Chubb, the running back, switches sides in the backfield. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. They pick it up nicely. Steps up. Now floats it out there to the left. Has a step. Diving is Kirk. Does he have it? And for now, they say yes. Christian Kirk with a huge play down the left sideline to keep this drive moving. It'll be good for 36 yards at the Pittsburgh 59-yard line. CJ Stroud just laying it out there for him, putting loft under that thing, let him run right underneath it. He had to dive for it, but Christian Kirk does it. Bang. Beautiful catch. 1st and 10, Texans now. Single back formation. Man in motion is Hutchinson, right to left, back to the right, nearly slipped. Now takes the snap, handoff is Chubb. Chubb straight ahead, and not a whole lot there, maybe a yard and a half or so. 2nd down coming up for the Texans. Guess who in on that tackle? TJ Watt. Absolute stud in that black and gold. He can get after the quarterback, get into the run game. He's really the full package. Second and 8, under 10 to go in the first quarter. In the shotgun, 2 receivers each. No, excuse me, 3 receivers to the right. No, it's 2 receivers to the left. There's a tight end. Here we go. Handoff up the middle is Woody Marks again. Only a gain of about 2. It's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Texans. All right, will the Steelers get off the field here around the same spot that the Texans defense got off the field? The big down here. These are the type of situations that are going to win this game. Can you keep this drive alive in these third down situations where you can get into scoring position? Or the defense continue to slow this game down? All right, they're not sure where to line up, it appears. 3 receivers to the right, getting set up. CJ with 1 second, and does not get the play off in time, and that's going to be a delay of game unless D'Amico Ryans uses a timeout, and it looks like he will. Yep, they're going to give D'Amico the timeout. You guys know how I feel about these timeouts, wasting them. But as I said just before that, these downs are actually huge. These two defenses are extremely strong. It's going to be really hard to be in scoring situations. I would not like to take 5-yard penalty here. I want to see them continue drives, and 3rd and 11 is a lot different than 3rd and 6 here. So it's a very, very rare time that I agree with the timeout. But either way, just get the play in on time. I hate when they don't get the play in on time, especially after a 2-yard run. I mean, come on, get to the huddle, get the play in. Let's keep it moving. They're professionals here. 3rd and 6, 9:04 to go in the first quarter. Third and 6, 2 receivers each way. Man in motion, Schultz left to right. In the shotgun, takes the... Ooh, that could have been a false start. They do call it. Now they lose the 5 yards anyway, and after a timeout, you got the right tackle for the Texans jumping. Jeez. That's Trent Brown, free agent addition from Cincinnati. And, man, the terrible towels are going, and they got the Houston Texans offensive line nervous, especially Trent Brown. I mean... If anybody is going to jump, I do understand it being Brown. Again, he has TJ Watt on the other side of him. But at the same time, that 5 yards is absolutely crucial because now on top of that, you've lost a timeout. 2 receivers each way. CJ Stroud needs to step up and make a big play here. 2 receivers each way, takes the snap. Blitz coming. Steps up. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of it. And into the dirt. The QB pressure is TJ Watt. Cameron Hayward, veteran move. Make sure he jumps on it just in case they roll it a fumble. But not the case, and they will be forced to punt. Want to come back up? Who's a more essential to the Texans, Stingley or Anderson? Anderson, and it's not close. Texans have team seal of approval. Yes, sir. What up, Yang Yang? Why is it 0-0? Because these two defenses... Actually, really, it's just because the game just got started. We've only had 1 drive apiece. There's the kick from Towson. Has his own man run into him. He's all right, though. And he's going to... Oh, not a very good punt around the 20. Oh, you want to get out? Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Having a Will Anderson on your defense is so huge. 34 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. I just saw his face. Wait, what happened to the chat? Chat disappeared. I want you to see my other page over here. Get out of my business. Try the source again. Capture. Chat not working. Good boy, Redskins are not playing. Like, screw this game. Where's the offense? Why the chat is not popping up? Hate it. There we go. Something was corrupted with that. Yes. Live with that. I've had trouble with Amazon too. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 8:54 to go in the first quarter. Steelers get the ball at their own 28. Takes a snap, play action, roll to his left side. Gets around the edge, now throws over the middle, has a man wide open as DK Metcalf. And Metcalf with a nice play on 1st down, good for 25 as the Steelers cross midfield. What up, Antoinette? How are you? Aaron Rodgers, great job. Pressure in his face, but wide open was DK Metcalf. I mean, you don't get any more wide open than that. Here we go, into the shotgun. Man in motion, left to right. 3 receivers bunch. Take the snap. Quick throw over the left side. Going for Metcalf, and Metcalf wants a flag, and he's going to get it. Lassiter gets up looking confused, like, no way, how did you call that? That usually means it's clearly a penalty. There you go, let's see. I mean, yeah, he's clearly got his hands wrapped around the hips, holding on to him. Yeah, he's looking for the football, but he's preventing him from running downfield. And that would be a penalty. All right, here we go. Well, 1st down on the pass interference gets him to the 33-yard line of Houston. 8:10 to go here in the first quarter. What up, Sneedy? How are you? Ingley one-on-one with Metcalf on the right. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Gainwell. Gainwell lives up to the name. Gets a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Reed. Safety. A little banged up. Still not back in the game. All right, here we go. Single back formation here for the Steelers. 3 receivers bunched to the left, including 2 tight ends. Rodgers changing the play at the line now. 10 seconds on the play clock. Man in motion here, left to right. Thielen takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Gainwell makes a man miss, and he's going to be into the 2nd level. And tripped up at the 21-yard line after another 1st down. And Steelers keep this drive moving. And the Steelers, can the Texans hold him to a field goal? Be a big defensive battle. A touchdown would be massive for the Steelers. Especially since every team that scored first ends up winning the game. So the Steelers are looking really strong so far. Here we go. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Pumping. Throws it over to the left side for Jonnu, but who could not quite locate it. Never could locate it. 2nd and 10 now as the ball hits the ground. Be a good game, theoretically. What a great weekend of football. What a great weekend of football. 4 out of 5 so far have been 1-star games, or 1-score games, rather. Hail the Commanders playing for a good offseason. Thank you, Sneedy, for the super chat. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Helps a ton. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Rodgers steps up. Pressure. Pumping. Now goes to the right side. Incomplete. It is 3rd down and 10 with 6:41 to go in the first quarter. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Aaron Rodgers going into the shotgun, empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the left. Rodgers on the protections. 1 second. Hero takes the snap. Looking to throw. Quick throw to the left side. Has a man. Turns upfield. And it will not be enough for the first down. Gain 7 is Valdez-Scantling. And will the Steelers get aggressive here, or do they take the points? Yeah, I agree with this wholeheartedly. Not only is it just because it's a defensive battle, points are going to be hard to come by all day, but secondly, as I said, it gives you the good jujus. Whoever scored first so far in the playoffs wins the game. Here's Chris Boswell. Perfect 17 of 17 in the playoffs. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. 32 yards out, easy chip shot, and it will be 3-0. Steelers on top with 6:02 to go here in the first quarter. Nice choice. Yeah, that was a good, smart veteran move there by Mike Tomlin. Take the points. I do not see this being an extremely high-scoring affair, like a 23-20 max. Every field goal attempt is going to be huge. Look at the eyes are heavy. My son's over there on the couch like, all right. Houston Texans coming back onto the field. Offense, rather. Either team's offensive line is really impressive. I think it's going to be hard for either of these teams to make it far in the playoffs with this offensive line. 6:02 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0. Steelers on top. Here we go. All right. Where will the Texans start this next drive? Lining up to receive the Boswell kick. Well, we'll kick it away. And it will be bouncing at about the 5. And here comes the return from Noel. Noel to the right side, trying to slip through. Not much there, and he'll get tackled at the 26-yard line. And that's where the Texans will start this drive. Appreciate all of you in the chat. What do we got? We got 35 of you in the chat. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. 5:58 to go in the first quarter. LS 3 0. DJ in the shotgun. Two tight ends to the right, takes the snap. 4-man rush, looking, pumping. Quick throw to the left side, and it's going to be caught by Nico Collins. Gain of 4 at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up. He is so tired, ready to go to bed. Ooh, that's not a catch. And they're not challenging it, interestingly enough, because that is not a catch at all. Handoff up the middle is Marks. Marks will dive straight ahead near the first down marker. 3rd and inches coming up. But, wow, Nico Collins gets away with one. Great coverage. I don't know if that was Porter on the coverage or Ramsey, but he gets a hand in there and actually causes that incomplete pass. 3rd down and 1. They get away with it in the end. Single back formation. Stroud takes the snap, heavy set, handoff right up the middle, and he will fight forward for a first down through the arm of TJ Watt. Watt does bring him down, but not until after. Enough for the first down. 4:30 to go here and counting in the first quarter. Marks, 4th round pick out of USC. 5'10", 208-pound running back. Been quite solid for the Texans this year. How little William doing? He's good. He just went to the doctors today, got his round of shots for 4-month-old. Single back formation, takes the snap, hand off to the right side, finding the edge, cuts it up the middle, and gets knocked backwards after a gain of 3. He got more of a gain of 4, but they missed that through the crash. They actually lose a yard on the play. 2nd and 7, nonetheless, at the 40-yard line. Joey Porter. 1,467 coverage snaps without allowing a TD. That's insane. He isn't allowed a touchdown in like 2 years? That's ridiculous. Takes a snap, quick throw to the left side. It's going to be caught by Collins, and Collins will fight forward for a gain of about 4. Is that a real stat? Oh my gosh. How many snaps? It can't be much more than, 700 snaps in a year? Am I crazy? For one side of the football? He hasn't allowed a touchdown in 2 seasons? Wow. 2:55 to go and counting. First quarter. 3 receivers to the right. Stroud takes the snap on 3rd and 3. Has to get rid of it and does. And caught in the second level. First down is Hutchinson for 16 yards. The 40-yard line go the Texans. Xavier Hutchinson, first catch of the day. Beautiful little skinny post there. Just more of a harsh post, rather. Not skinny at all. The opposite of a skinny post. Not quite a dig, but nice cut there. It's like a deep slant. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Oh, they're setting up the flea flicker. CJ Stroud steps up, pressure coming, and fumble! And it's going to be recovered by the Steelers! They get cute and go for... Wow, Jack Sawyer getting the pressure, forcing the fumble. And they get cute with the flea flicker, and it bites them in the butt. Steelers will take over after the turnover with 2:09 to go in the first quarter. And the ball was his arm was definitely not going forward. It actually might even count as an interception, but no, it's definitely a fumble. Wow. Yeah, whether it was an arm forward or not, Black catches it. It is a fumble. Yeah, wow. Yeah, sack fumble there for Sawyer. 2:02 to go in the first quarter. And the Steelers will take over at their own 44 when we come back. What up, Pig? Tim, can't fathom good defensive players because he's a Commanders fan. 2 years without giving up a touchdown? And you never really hear about Joey Porter as being one of the best corners in the league. That is one of the most incredible stats I've ever seen. How many corners have gone 2 seasons without giving up a touchdown? How many corners have gone a full season without giving up a touchdown, let alone 2 back-to-back? Almost 1,500 consecutive snaps. That's insane. St. Juice. Please, not another defensive battle. Oh, well. If you didn't know that's what you were getting when you walked into this game, sorry, Antoinette. But yeah, these are 2 fantastic defenses with questionable offensive lines on the other side. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a battle today on the defense. Yeah. Only lost 3 fumbles all season. 4th fumble of the season comes in an absolute massive moment. In the shotgun here is Rajes. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Nice move by Warren. Can he escape? No, he cannot. And Petrie in on the sack. Sorry, in on the tackle for loss, rather. 2nd down and about 11. Oh, wow. Yeah, that could have been a touchdown. What a pressure. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, getting pressure on the quarterback saves so many things. Like, that's a touchdown right there, right? If you don't get the pressure, that's a touchdown. And instead, it's a turnover. Getting pressure is so huge. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up is Rodgers. Going deep in. Did he drop it? Oh, my. What? DK Metcalf drops a wide open catch. Stone hands out there. Brutal. Team, Tim, we need the Steelers to win because I bet your mortgage on them tonight. Well, good luck, pig. That's a dime. Yeah, it's a perfect throw. And DK Metcalf just looking like me out there. Rodgers just has to shake his head like, gee, what can I do, man? What can I do against this defense? All right, 3 receivers to the left. Empty backfield set. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up. A little bit of pressure, but avoids it. Now throws underneath. It'll be caught. And it will be Valdez-Scantling for a gain of about 5 to the 49-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th and 5. And the Steelers be forced to punt it away. Can't be dropping perfect passes, DK. That's MVS's job. Yeah. DK quick to throw hands instead of using them to get what he paid for. All right. Ooh. Gonna be returned a little bit to the 8. Not much there for only 1 yard out of bounds. Their own 8-yard line is where CJ Stroud and the offense will take this football. 3-9 record, lost 6. The playoffs. They haven't won a playoff game in a while. All right, 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Single back formation here is Woody Marks. Takes the snap, hand on, no, play action, roll to his right, gonna check it down underneath the Schultz. Schultz stiff arms the man and out of bounds for a gain of about 8. 15-yard line, go Steelers. Maybe dropping perfect practices. That is the most, like, boring song ever. That doesn't get anybody hyped up at all. Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Go Steelers to the Super Bowl. Yeah. You must not have heard Bullet. No, I was not really old enough to be a fan when they were the Bullets. Never really knew them as the Bullets. I've always known them as the Wizards. Yeah, look it up. Not right now, but maybe another time. And Steelers do have Renegade by Styx. All right, 2nd and 2. Yeah, Texans got here. Wizards better than the Bullets because we got the GOAT Wiz. Yeah. Is that a reboot of the original Sears song? All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Steelers. We start the second quarter. DJ Stroud in the shotgun. Man in motion left to right. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Oh, or he muffs the snap and has to just get rid of it and nearly completes it, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 2. Great job there by CJ Stroud to just not turn it into a bigger play than what it needed to be, but he needs to make that catch. Honestly, it's not that hard of a snap. It wasn't like that bad. It wasn't the best snap we've ever seen, but it certainly was not something that you just drop. But here we are. All right, 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun here is Stroud on 3rd and 2. And in motion to the left, takes a snap, rolling to his left side, and he's going to throw it on the speed out, where Christian Kirk makes the grab, turns upfield for a gain of 4. That'll be enough for a first down. But the best is You the Man from the Bullets anthem. I was today years old when I learned the North Texas Man Green were named after Mean Joe Green. I was also today years old. Single back formation here. Marks the running back. Scanning the field is Stroud under center. And in motion is Stover. Takes a snap. Play action. Looking. Pumping. Quick throw over to the right side. And incomplete. And he wanted a flag from Samuel. He kind of had a little bit of an argument, but not going to get it. I'm not sure if they deemed it an uncatchable pass or what, but it looked like it was floating out there in the air, and he was kind of all over him. But nonetheless, 2nd and 10. Weather doesn't seem to be a factor. Why can't anyone hold on to the ball? Yeah, I don't know. Nerves, man. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Stroud throws over the middle of the field and caught. Nico Collins one-on-one with Joey Porter. And he makes the grab over the middle of the field for a first down. Gain of 13 to the Texans' 33-yard line. North Texas Mean Green. I gotcha. HTTR. Greatest fight song ever. Not even close, to be honest. Not even close. Here we go. Go back formation. Noel goes in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Marks. Marks straight ahead. Barreling through the defense. And gets a gain of about 6, maybe 7, depending on the spot. 3rd down and manageable coming up for the Texans. All right. Single back formation. Hutchinson in motion. Stays on the right side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Marks. So, cutting it back. And he will not get... Oh, I thought it was 3rd down for some reason. I thought there was an incomplete pass or something. Okay, sorry. That was only 2nd and 4. So, he gets a gain of 1. So, it's now 3rd and 3. So, they use the run game. Make it an even easier 3rd down. Didn't we have an incomplete pass? Oh, that was the play before the Nico Collins. Sorry, I got it all backed up already. All right, 12 and a half to go here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 3. 3 receivers to the right. Chubb, the man in the backfield now. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stroud looking. Throws over the middle, and I think he got it there. Yes. Schultz will make the catch for 6. It's a short throw. Definitely made it a little interesting there. You make the catch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Never touches the ground. Great job by Schultz. Keep it off the ground. Beautifully done. Him like Houston Oilers, number 1. In the shotgun. Man in motion, left to right. Or right to left, rather. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle is Chubb. Chubb finding a crease. Pushing the pile. And that's an 8-yard gain on 1st down. Look at Nick Chubb. Trying to get his career back on the map. Obviously, Nick Chubb was considered a top 5 running back there for a couple of seasons with the Browns. Had that horrific knee injury against the Steelers, I'm pretty sure. And ended up leaving Cleveland, coming over here. The Texans. Not quite the same running back that he once was, but still serviceable. Go back formation. 2nd and a long 1. And in motions, Hutchinson takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Chubb. Chubb will find a good crease right up the middle of the offensive line with a fantastic push on that play. That'll be a good for 6 to the 39-yard line of the Steelers. First Schultz when he was a Cowboy. Rooting for him tonight. There you go. We go. Single back formation. And in motion is Schultz from right to left. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Straight ahead is Chubb. Chubb with a nice jump step and will fall forward for a gain of about 6.5-ish yards. 2nd down coming up. Edie Erbler. Oh, snap. I love the autumn wind is Raider. Yeah, is that it? Are you Googling different fight songs now, Pig? Single back formation. 2 tight ends on the right. Schultz goes in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Hand off to the right side is Marks. Trying to find the outside. Great blocking. Again, he's got room to run. Oh, he's tripped up. But a 20-yard gain for Marks. Gets him inside the red zone down to the Pittsburgh 13-yard line. This is exactly how you have to beat the Steelers through the run game. If you pass on them a ton, that is the recipe to not win the game. But you can do a great job against the Steelers team running the football the last several years. See them again. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Single back formation here. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. He's got good push again is Marks. Marks will get a gain of 7. Tackled. Number 41 for the Steelers. That would be Peyton Wilson. I think it was a 3rd-round linebacker. It was Peyton Wilson for him. Before I look it up, Peyton. Ohio State? No, North Carolina State. Yeah, I couldn't remember. But yeah, he was a 3rd-round pick, though. Ooh, Marks injured on the play. Hopefully he's all right. Nick Chubb might be getting more touches. We'll see. You're an old head if you remember Houston Oilers #1. That was the Earl Campbell days. That's been a minute. Oh, yeah. No, I'm certainly not familiar. No, it's a poem of the founder. NFL films made for the Raiders. Oh. Autumn Wind? Actually, maybe I do know what you're talking about. I do remember that, actually, on NFL films. It's been so long since I actually listened to NFL Network. I used to watch NFL Network religiously. Always enjoyed the Bulls intro in the 90s. Alan Parsons Project posed it. I watched it. Remember watching the NFL film shows? Yeah. And how old was I when those were popular? 15? For the internet? If 15? 13, 14, 15? Something like that? Like mid 2000s, right? What would that be? Born in 93, so around 2006, I would be 13. NFL Network was goated? Yeah, it was. I used to watch that all day. All day long. One more time. Man, off hitting the commercials. All right, Woody Marks on his feet, walking away. That's great to see. Under 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 3. 2 receivers each way. Stroud, man in motion. Hutchinson fakes the reverse. Now rolling to his right. Hits it to Kirk, and Kirk will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. And the Texans will go up 6-3, pending an extra point with 8:28 to go in the second quarter. Beautiful drive by the Texans, just hitting the run game, getting positive gains the entire time, then finally hit him with the play action, and Christian Kirk able to stay on his feet for a touchdown. Captain Kirk coming to the rescue. From the left hash, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. 7-3 for Keamy Fairbairn. There you go. John Fachinda, his voice was classic. Those are the days when you could actually knock somebody's head off. Vicious hits over the middle. Yeah. Tim, what's your favorite sport fight song? It's not even close. If you're gonna say other than the Hail to the Redskins, other than that, I don't have a strong opinion. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot of fight songs other than Hail to the Redskins, and it's goaded. So. Wait, they got Kirk's reboot card? Autumn Wind, says Gus Bus. I gotta listen to it again. It's been too long. When you said NFL films, it sounds familiar, but I'm struggling to remember how it went. ESPN brought ESPN bought the NFL Network, maybe. Say? I cannot believe the 28 days later or whatever it is has become such like series. Like there's so many of them now. How many 28 whatever laters are there? Oh, only 3? No way. Impossible. Okay, well I lied. I swear there's more than 3. What? There's no way. Oh, color me an idiot. According to Google, there's only 3. I swear there was more than that. But never mind. Ignore me. Tim, are you calling all games next week in the CFB championship? I will be definitely calling all the NFL games. I could probably do the NFL championship on Monday night. Or the CFB, rather. Here is the catch to the left side to Gainwell. Gainwell will have a nice return for the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Steelers. Here we go. First and 10. Aaron Rodgers. Man in motion is stealing right to left in the single back. Takes the snap. Play action. Sets up underneath. It'll be caught by Jonnu, and Jonnu gets blown up in the backfield. He will lose a yard on the play. And it's now 2nd down and 11. Indiana or Miami, I am all aboard the Indiana train. Go back formation. And in motion is Thielen. Stays on the left side. We're in the running back. Give him a jump. Doesn't work. Rodgers changes the protection here. Wait, 80 says hi. And he's going to have pressure immediately and just has to throw it in the dirt. Is there a guy in the area? Wait. Intentional grounding. Okay. I couldn't tell if they were calling it for roughing the passer or intentional grounding. But yeah, I didn't see anybody in the area. And that's going to count as essentially a sack for 3rd and 21. Rodgers ticked off Daniil Hunter coming off the edge. Actually, it was oh my gosh, Fontanu. Yikes. Fontanu just got destroyed on that play. And Aaron Rodgers does not get out of the pocket. That is a easy call for the ref. There was not even a tight end or anything over there blocking. Nothing. 3rd and 21. And it's 7:44 to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 21. Here we go. Please, please, please do the college championship. 3rd and 21. In the shotgun here is Rajes. Big receiver to the left, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, quick throw underneath. It'll be caught. Gainwell, shaking and baking, and he'll get tripped up at the 38-yard line. Yep. Hoosiers. I hate Mario Cristobal and his disproportionate man boobs. Why do I read it out loud? I don't even know. I mean, I'm just disgusting. All right, so it'll be 4th down. 4th and 10 after the little check down just to get some yards for the punter. There's the snap, and there's the kick. Waitman. And it won't be a very good punt at all, but it does take a nice bounce. Still going to about the 19-ish yard line. All right, 1st and 10 now. 6:57 to go in the second quarter. And Aaron Rodgers is going off right now on the sideline. You. Oh my goodness. Breaking it down, aren't we, Squashio? Chat is ruthless. 7 to go here in the second quarter. Here we go. I do love watching Michael Irvin exercising his demons on the sideline. Yeah, he goes crazy on the absolutely insane. He needs to go somewhere for sure. Oh man, you gotta appreciate the chat. Speaking of the chat, how many we got in there with us? We got 42. Appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. We got 6:57 to go in the second quarter. We have a 7-3 game. Texans on top, and Texans getting the ball back here if they can't add to their lead. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back formation, 3 receivers bunch to the right. Stroud goes in motion. Hutchinson takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Marks. Marks slips the first tackle and will fight forward for a gain of about 4. Harmon comes up with the tackle. 23 they go. Marks right now, 10 carries, 55 yards so far. The shotgun, 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Stroud takes the snap, fumbles it again, now drops back, has time. Stroud pumping, and now he fumbles, and they have it again! The 2nd sack fumble! DJ Stroud can't believe it, and he just gives the Steelers the football in scoring position. I mean, it looks absurd. What is he doing? Keanu Benton's going to get credit for the sack fumble, and he recovers it. Yep, he got it knocked out before he threw it again. You can't believe it. No, wait, why did they say he recovered it? It was definitely TJ Watt recovered it. I mean, that's just, I mean, that looks like Phillip Rivers playing quarterback at 45 years old. Now he's just sitting on the ground, just shaking his head like, what in the... D'Amico Ryan looking out there, what are you doing? Here we go. Single back formation is Gainwell. Freiermuth in motion left to right. 2 receivers each way. Tight end set. Man in motion is the tight end again, left to right. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right side is Gainwell. Gainwell, he gets hit in the backfield by Petrie. Petrie with a tackle for loss and loss of 2 for a 2nd and 12 now at Houston's 23-yard line. Houston's defense is certainly not afraid of the challenge. They're going to get in there and try to absolutely disrupt them and not allow a touchdown here, even though the offense put them in a bad situation. DJ acting like Herbert. Don't trigger Tim. Huh? Who? 2nd and 12. Takes the snap, looking. Gonna swing it out there to Gainwell, but he gets hit immediately, and it's another loss of 2. This time it's Lassiter on the tackle to the 25-yard line, and the Steelers' offense going the wrong way. Lord, how many times are you gonna fumble the ball, Stroud? Yeah, no kidding. He's put the ball on the ground 4 times now. 2 lost. 2 on 1 play. All right. The receivers bunch to the right side in the shotgun here. And in motion here is Gainwell. The field, trying to get him to jump. Doesn't work. The empty backfield set now. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up. Pumping. Has to just get rid of it. And he gets it to Gainwell. Gainwell turns it up. And he's going to get close to the first down marker. Going to make it an interesting decision now. And earlier, they decided to go for the field goal. I'm sure they will do the same, making it a 1-point game. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm so sure. And the linebacker slipped. Tua. 4th and 2. And they're going to go for it. Getting aggressive here. This is huge. In the shotgun. 3 receivers bunch to the right. Empty backfield here for Rodgers. Now he motions the Gainwell back in. Takes the snap. Play action. Looking to throw. Checks it down underneath the Thielen. And Thielen will get the first down. Move the chains to the 9-yard line. Adam Thielen, the wily vet, 2 NFC North opponents back in the day, find themselves here in the AFC North as teammates. 3:40 to go here in the 2nd quarter. He doesn't get the nickname CJ this game. We got to call him Coolidge. 2 receivers each way, single back formation. Rodgers scanning the field. Take the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Warren. Tries to bounce it to the left. Not a whole lot there. Get a gain of just 1 at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Coolidge hasn't been the same since he big bro to Caleb. That's true. That is true. $2:50 to go here in the 2nd quarter. 2 receivers each way. Single back is Warren. Rodgers scanning the field, puts John in motion right to left, takes a snap, play action, pumping, now cuts back to the right side, looking, throws over the head. Freiermuth just gets rid of it. 3rd down and goal from the 8 now. Look, Mario appears. He's left. What are we? Oh, it's an ineligible downfield on Frazier. They will decline the penalty. 3rd down. Whoever wins loses to the Patriots. Yeah, this is the 4-5 matchup, so they will play the Patriots either way. I disagree. Here we go. Rodgers in the shotgun. Three receivers to the right. DK Metcalf on the left. Rodgers takes the snap. 4-man rush, rather. Pressure. And down goes Rodgers. Houston's defense stands tall. And after the turnover at their own 20-yard line, are going to hold the Steelers to a field goal. To bring us to the 2-minute warning first, it looked like the answer is yes. It will allow the Texans, let's see here. Texans will have two timeouts, with 2 minutes or so, with 1 minute and 50 roughly. Try to get into scoring range to extend their lead. For now, it'll be potentially 7-6. It happens with the great Chris Boswell. Boswell put it through. Who you guys got in the game? I got Houston in this game. What up? Silver. Not the Fantastic Four guy. One on the... No, that's Silver Surfer. Who's the Quicksilver? Or is that just a random name? Means nothing. Oh, it's... You can refer to the element mercury. Oh, it's mercury? No, it's a martial arts technique. Also a brand of oil. I got Tim's house on the Steelers. Nice choice. I'm with Houston too. Yep. Perfect time for a fake field goal, says Roger. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Roger, getting a little aggressive here. Okay, okay. Looks like he might be cold this winter. No, it's a surfing company. That's what I've... Or, like, it's a clothing brand or something? Is that what you're talking about? Like... Is that what I've seen before? Isn't that, like, a brand? What's the logo? Yeah. I've seen this logo. Okay. Yeah. I've definitely seen this logo before. Okay. I got it. As well. Ready to line it up to send it through the uprights. Boswell, snap, hold, kick is up. The kick is good. All right. But there's a superhero called the Silver Surfer. Yeah, I corrected myself on the Silver Surfer Fantastic Four before hit me. But yeah, it's a clothing brand for surfing sponsor. Do they make book bags? Why do I feel like I had a Quicksilver book bag? Is that what I had? One called Quicksilver. Yeah, I feel like I had a Quicksilver book bag at one point in my life. Maybe not, though. Either way. All right, enough about Quicksilver. What up, Lante? How are you? I want A.J. Brown. I don't. Gonna cost an arm and a leg, and he's a freaking weirdo. Head case. No, thank you. No, thank you. $157 to go here in the second quarter. Here comes Boswell with the kick. And it will be caught at the 3-yard line. Here comes the return. Towards the middle is Noel. Noel cuts it up, and he makes the first guy miss, and he's at the 20 when he gets walloped by Skowronek. 151 to go and 2 timeouts to get into the end zone to get into scoring position for the Texans. 54% of you are picking the Texans. Appreciate all of you in the poll. Single back formation, man in motions, Hutchinson. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here is Marks. Marks fighting forward. Ball forward for a gain of about 4, roughly, to the 24-yard line. Does Stroud fumble the ball again? Yeah, we'll see. Tim, any good defensive players coming out as a free agent or the draft? I'm interested in this Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. A lot of people want this Caleb Downs. I do not want a safety at pick 7. As far as on the free agency, I would have to look back again. I can't remember off the top of my head, but 1:15 to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Drops back. Looking. Quick throw to the right side. Caught. Turns upfield is Kirk. And Kirk will fall forward for a gain of 5. 1:07 now to go here in the second quarter. Steelers? No, by Houston. No, it is the Steelers. Steelers take the timeout. They want to have an opportunity to get in scoring position if they can have it. There's endless defensive players in the draft. Yeah. All right, in the shotgun is Stroud. Oh, they're going to go QB sneak with the tight end, and he gets held up at first, but then he gets the first down. Gain of 4 to the 33. Clock is running under a minute now. All right, hurry up. Stover is able to scoop it up the first down. Here we go. Texans. Quick snap, quick throw to the right side is Stover. At their own 38-yard line, 41 seconds remaining, and now the Texans will use their second timeout of the half. Aikman saying he wouldn't have taken that timeout. I disagree. I like that timeout personally, because it's not their last. If that was your last timeout, I would have saved it. But using the timeout there with 41 seconds, maybe have a chance to get out of bounds for a couple of plays or something and save more time. If you try to hurry up there, you end up maybe just wasting and never using your timeouts ever. I do like to keep one, though, in the pocket just in case I have to use it or they have to use it. I don't ever have to do it. I don't know why I sometimes talk as if I'm like a coach. Not. But I just like the idea of the team keeping it in case they need it for a field goal. I mean, Aikman is the most overrated Hall of Famer in the entire Hall of Fame. So, I mean, he's abysmal when you look at the stats. So. Bro, they got to blow the whistle quicker than that. It's not fair at all for the defense. I mean, they got to implement the rule again. If you really want to get rid of the tush push, you don't have to ban the tush push. Just ban the idea of being able to push people forward. Like, it used to be a rule that you, as a offensive lineman, couldn't just go push the pile. You're a future coach? Thanks, Latte. Did I say Warner? Oh, Warner over. That makes way sense. I was like, what? The mock I saw had Washington taking David Bailey at Texas Tech. See, the thing about David Bailey David Bailey is a very interesting prospect. He is very quick. Explosion off the line is fantastic. I think he had 14 and a half sacks in the Big 12. Very productive, and I do appreciate that for sure. The problem that I have with him is, like, will he be a big liability on first and second down in the run game? He's not the biggest bodied human being. Now, that potentially could be fixed with a getting in the NFL gym and getting your weight up a bit and getting stronger. So if we took David Bailey, I'm certainly not complaining, because he could be a fantastic pass rusher at the next level, and that's exactly what we need. So if we get Bailey, I'm cool with that. Oh, Rogue moderator over there. Uh-oh. No, he was trying to delete his own message. I see that, and then he accidentally deleted the one underneath him. Fat fingered it. 2nd and 5 with 41 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 5. CJ Stroud at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers each way. And in motion, Schultz takes the snap. Stroud looking, pumping, has pressure, going deep, has a man attacking the football, and he drops it! Noel! And it's a great hit in the secondary by Clark. Wallops him at 3rd and 5. Pig, you're testing my patience over here. Pig! And obviously the O-line are stronger than the D-line. Ain't that the truth? I already understood Tim runs this place like 1984. You know what? I should just delete Sasquatchio and act like he was never really here. Tim loves first-round skill positions. Yeah. I think Mike Hooter is a great up-and-coming prospect. Okay, interesting. All right, 3rd and 5. Their own 38. Houston. Need about 25 yards to give Kahimi Fairbairn a chance. 3 receivers to the left side. And in motions, Collins stays on the left side, takes the snap. 4-man rush, steps up, avoids the rush, now throws underneath. It'll be caught by Kirk. Kirk will get to the 45-yard line. They got to hurry up. 28. Oh, they used their final timeout here. Now, I don't like this. Yeah, this timeout is bad. I'd love to save the final timeout in case I need it to set up the kicker, or, if I get tackled and bounds downfield. This one, I would have had a second play already designed and just get to the line of scrimmage. Everybody knows the play, and you get the next run. Definitely didn't read the book. Of course not. I don't read. But I remember I've heard about the 1984. It's like where the government goes rogue or something. It's a whole idea of, I don't know. I've certainly never read it. I'm not a book reader. So you could tell me that it's about sunshines and rainbows, and I won't believe you, but I can't prove you wrong. 3 receivers to the right. CJ Stroud in the shotgun. Stroud scanning the field. Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Stroud looking, stepping up, avoids the pressure, rolling to his right side now, throws on the move, and this is a wide open Nico Collins. Oh my gosh, I don't know where the safeties were, but wow, could we be talking about a touchdown there? No, probably not a touchdown, but that would have been a massive gain for a field goal. Wow, what a mistake there by CJ Stroud. Brutal. CJ Stroud mad at himself, but here we are. 3 receivers to the right. CJ Stroud scanning the field. 22 seconds remaining. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Steps up. Throws over to the left side and walloped and dropped. That's a very fortunate drop by Wardy Marks. Oh, CJ Stroud comes up and hits him. What was that? No flags? 16 seconds remaining in the half. Interesting. Why do Steelers keep having blown coverages? Same thing as the Ravens game. They're aggressive defense, and that happens when you show aggression. Opposite of a bend, don't break philosophy. 3rd and 10, 18 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 2 receivers each way. 3rd and 10. Takes the snap, blitz coming. Stroud steps up, avoids it, now throws, and it's going to be caught by Schultz. 4th and 10. Sorry, 4th and about 6. So it looks like they will have to punt it away with 13 seconds unless they... Wait, they don't send Fairbairn for here. This would be a 69-yard attempt. Giggity. Yeah. Not sending him out there for a 69-yard attempt. An outdoor. No, sir. Rooting for the Texans. This is risky. Don't go for it. Yeah. Go for the fake punt. I actually don't hate the idea of going for a fake punt here. You're going to go for a fake punt. This is not a bad time to do it. Allison to punt it away. There's the kick. And there you go. And it's going to bounce to... They stop the clock with 1 second. No, they do let the clock go down to 0. All right, so we have the end of the first half. 7-6. Texans on top for now. And I believe the Steelers got the ball. No. Yeah, right? Steelers got the ball first? Yes, Steelers got the ball first. So Houston will get the ball coming out of halftime. Look here at the first half stats. All right, we have CJ Stroud, 13 of 20. 118 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions, but 2 sacks, 6 yards. You have Aaron Rodgers, 9 for 15, 79 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. 1 sack of 9 yards. Leading rusher of the game is Woody Marks with 11 carries, 59 yards. And Jalen Warren, 5 carries, 14 yards, leading rusher for the Steelers. Leading receiver in the game is Christian Kirk. He's got 5 catches, 58 yards, and the touchdown of the day. DK Metcalf leads the Steelers with 2 catches, 42 yards. You had 4 fumbles. 4. 2 of them were missed snaps by CJ Stroud. The other 2 were sack fumbles that turned into turnovers. One recovered by TJ Watt. The other one recovered by Yaya Black. Leading tackler in the game. Leading tackler in the game. Patrick Queen, 6 tackles. You have Kamari Lassiter leading the Texans with 5. No interceptions on the day. Fairbairn, 1 for 1 on extra points. Chris Boswell, 2 for 2 on field goals. Heading over the team stats. You have first downs, 11-6 in favor of Houston. Houston right now, 7 for 9 on third downs. Holy smokes. 0 for 6 for the Steelers. The opposite. 1 for 1 on fourth down, though. Total yards of offense, you have 198-94 in favor of the Texans. Penalties, 2 penalties, 19 yards for the Texans. 1 for 11 for the Steelers. Time of possession, slight lead for the Texans, 16:44 to 13:16. All right, here we go. Let's hop in to the immaculate grid. Start this halftime off. You guys saying real quick, Texans gave Pittsburgh 6 points. Yep. Well, this game is going to be exactly how I expected. Very physical. Yep. Whoever wins has the honor of losing to the Patriots. What's the Texans' catchphrase? Nice shooting, Tex. Crazy how playing for the Jets for 2 years sucked all the life of Aaron Rodgers' game. That's why New Jersey residents are Eagles fans. Oh, gosh. Been a solid first round. Thanks for all the top-of-the-line coverage, Bretta. Haven't missed a beat. I see you, King. Thank you very much, Johnny. Appreciate you being here. For Giants fans, yep. I mean, Rodgers tore his Achilles. That took a lot of the game away. Yep. All right, here we go. Let's do this immaculate grid. All right, we got Steelers. We got Ravens. We got Pro Bowl. And down the left, you got the Steelers. Wait, I said Steelers here. Raiders. Steelers, Texans, Seahawks. Steelers Pro Bowl. You have so many options, but I gotta go with Troy Polamalu. Oh, I got to. It's gonna be popular, but I don't care. I like Troy. Only 6%. There's so many Pro Bowlers to choose from, so I like that pick. Got Texans. Pro Bowl, of course, you can go with J.J. Watt. That would be the most obvious. A couple of defensive players right now. You got Will Anderson, Derek Stingley. I think Petrie may have even been that. Tunsil was probably a Pro Bowler. You know what? Let's go with the Tunsil. Henry Tunsil here. 4%. Love to see it. Steelers probably Boswell. Yeah, Boswell would have definitely. Seahawks Raiders. Jerry Rice. That is a gross pick, but it's not a good pick. Seahawks Pro Bowl. I always like to go with Sean Alexander, right, when I think of good Seahawks players, but at the same time, I don't want to. D'Amico Ryan Pro Bowl for the Texans. Oh, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one for sure. Andre Johnson, stud. Been one. Seahawks Pro Bowl. Earl Thomas. Isn't that the one that, like... Is that the one that went to the Ravens, Earl Thomas? Or is there to somebody else? Yeah, he's the one that went to the Ravens. And then he had those most ridiculous ending his career. We do Earl. Walter Jones. Brian Cushing. Oh, that's a good one. Seahawks Cam Chancellor. Yeah, Cam's a stud for sure. Got Richard Sherman. I'm sure Russell Wilson was one at some point. Marshawn Lynch, I'm sure, was a Pro Bowler. I don't know if a guy like Doug Baldwin ever was. Not. Like Tyler Lockett, was he ever a Pro Bowler? I think my favorite one that you guys go with KP's. Let's go with Chancellor. Cam Chancellor, 8%, so not too shabby so far. Matt Hasselbeck. Ooh, that would have been a good one. Love Matt Hasselbeck back in the day. I used to love to draft him when he played for the Seahawks. All right, what do we got? Oh, well, hey, we just talked about a Earl Thomas for this spot. 49%. Holy smokes. I did not expect that. I guess I didn't expect it to necessarily be low, but I didn't expect it to be that high. All right, Seahawks, Raiders. Seahawks and Raiders. Lynch, right? Didn't Lynch finish as a Raider? 33%. Yeah, look at it. High as a kite on that one. Baltimore, Houston, Ed Reed. Oh, did Ed Reed end in Houston? Is that true? Cortez Kennedy. Oh yeah, Patrick Queen is going to be up there for Ed Reed. Did he play for Texans? Yeah, Queen. Sure. Geno Smith. Ah, Geno would have been a good one. That's probably why Marshawn Lynch wasn't even higher. Easy. Ryan Mallett. Oh, that's disgusting. Is that right? For Ravens? Ryan Mallett? That is so gross. 2%. You're disgusting for that pig. Hey, shout out to the new subscriber, Redbox in the house. Appreciate you for subscribing. Matt Leinart. Oh. Matt Leinart. Oh, gosh, you were bringing out the absolute disgrace. Woo. Gross. All right, let's see who else we got. Ravens. I want to say like Josh Johnson. Did Josh Johnson play for both? Ooh, Spillane. That's a good one. Okay. Baltimore Steelers. Patrick Queen, we have that in the pocket. We know Patrick Queen is for sure there. Did Josh Johnson play for these two teams? So many. No. All right, let's just end it with Queen. And we'll go over to Weddle. Didn't play it earlier. 52%. 163. Not a horrible rarity score. Not horrible. Not great, but not horrible. All right, let's go to Weddle. So let's go with Kirk. He's the one that's not Crick. Kirk. The one that scored. So not the AFC South. We're not a receiver. We are younger. The AFC. AFC with a bigger number than 15. Not a receiver, though. And younger. I don't know. There's probably a lot of options here. AFC higher than 15. It's the build. Go with Nick L. Ready? For hard mode? We can do that for hard mode. Playing his dog love his game. Aaron Morris. Oh, snap. Imagine how many NFL players play this game like Spoon. Get happy knowing at least they got 6%. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's think here for a second again. All right, Weddle. Oh, man. I feel like there's enough information to get a really good guess off here. I'm just struggling. I mean, it could be a tight end, actually. Like, it could be, like, a Pat Freiermuth, actually. I think Freiermuth would fit the bill. It is a tight end. Okay. But it's not Pat. Or 25 or 26. Cat. What up, Andrew? Josh Allen. It's got to be an offensive player on easy mode, guys. Got to be an offensive player. AFC West. Noah Gray? I think Noah Gray's 26. Is 26. He would have fit the bill perfectly, but it's not him. So it's AFC East. Okay, we got Kincaid. 84, 85. 84, 85. But he's 5. Baller's too old down there. I don't know if they have another. Shoot, I don't even know who the Jets tight end is. So I guess I gotta go with Kincaid. It sounds like he should be 6'4". I don't know who the Jets tight end is. I have no clue who the Jets tight end is off the top. Not Kincaid, unfortunately. Number 84 or 85 for 5 is Henry. He's too old. I don't know if they have an 84. I think they have an 84 as a receiver. Aller was the tight end down there in Miami. I don't know if I'm sure they have another one. I don't know who it would have been. He's got to be 25 years old. Hunter Henry's older than 25. The 26 down means 27 down means it's either 25 or 26. And as soon as we saw it's not 26, we know it's 25. So we know the number is either 84 or 85, and the age is 25. And I'm sure it's the Jets tight end, and I have no idea who the Jets tight end is. Looking it up now. Jets tight end. I'm sure that's who it is. Ruckert. No, it's not Ruckert. Stone Smart? No, he's huge, right? No, it is Stone Smart. Good grief. Not an easy mode. It's not Stone? Oh, he's 27. Crap. Who's the Miami tight end then? That's not... Who's the other Miami tight end that's not Darren Waller? Dulcich? It's Greg Dulcich. He was drafted by the Broncos. I had no idea he was over in Miami. Greg Dulcich. All right. Here's the kick, and we're getting the second half started. To the left side is Noel, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And the Texans. Yeah, I thought it was Ruckert, but he was 86 or something. Greg Dulcich. I had no idea he was over Miami. Single back formation, man in motion, left to right is Stover. Take the snap, roll into his left is Stroud. Stroud looking, throws it downfield and has a man. Caught, turns upfield is Higgins for a first down, gain of about 16 to the 41-yard line. Yeah, that was not easy. Greg frickin' Dulcich. I did know the name. I just had no idea that he was down in Miami now. I only knew him at Denver. I mean, how many yards and everything did he have this year? Let me go back to Greg Dulcich. Over, under, put in the chat, over, under 300 yards. He had 335 yards and a touchdown. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle is Woody Marks. Woody Marks cuts it to the left side. Woody Marks has got room, and he crosses midfield to the 45-yard line of the Steelers. Here we go. First and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Steelers. Schultz goes in motion left to right. Single back formation. Takes the snap, handoff. Nope, play action. Quick throw over the middle of the field. Has a man open, and he takes a shot, but he does make the grab. Is Jaden Higgins for a gain of 14. To the Steelers' 31-yard. Go the Texans. Beautiful drive of brewing here for the Texans to get this second half started. Touchdown would be massive, taking an 8-point lead against a team that has yet to score a touchdown, and with this defense, it would have to feel pretty darn good. Dangerous there for that safety. Hopefully he's all right. Cameron Hayward actually injured on the play. All right, we got an injury timeout, so we'll go ahead and just do a hard mode while we wait. Hopefully Cameron Hayward is okay. It's a commercial break. All right, let's go with Will Anderson because I like him. All right, we are on the defensive side of the football in the AFC again, 25-26. We have a lower number, so we're probably a DB at this point. Age DB in the AFC. Let's go with McDuffie. He would fit this. Oh. No, not. What's the one for the Chiefs? Is he hurt? Okay, maybe I can't go McDuffie. That is not his first name. That was Trent McDuffie or something? Or, I'm not sure. Either way, I don't think that was him. Okay, so not him. Let's go to somebody else. AFC North, 5 or 20. It is now. Porter might be 25. Let's go Porter. All right. Yep. 20. It is a DB. 25-year-old DB in the AFC East or West. Or West. Surtain? Could it be Surtain? Hey, we're on Denver. Wow. We are actually a DB on Denver. Okay. Who else is in that secondary? They have a very good secondary. I'm going to struggle to remember any of the other ones. Forgot Pat's legend, Kyle Duggar, was on the Steelers now. Yeah. I don't know the other DBs off the top of my head right now. Steelers on that great defense. All right, Texans. After the commercial break at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Single back formation, go the Texans. Schultz in motion left to right. And in motion now, Schultz stays on the right side, though. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Marks. Marks finds a crease again. And he's dragged down by Jalen Ramsey for a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. The 22-yard line of the Steelers. Riley Moss. Single back formation. Schultz screaming. Get play action coming here. Let's see. Schultz goes in motion, stays on the right side, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Nope, they do hand it off. Marks ball forward for a gain of 2. Ooh, some extracurriculars here with Patrick Queen and Schultz. First and 10. The white corner. How did I forget about Riley Moss? It is Riley Moss. How did I forget about Riley frickin' Moss? Single back formation, takes a snap. Handoff to the right side is Marks. Marks cuts it up the middle. Marks will fall forward for a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 into the red zone. Go to the Steelers at the 16-yard line. Steelers always losing in WILCARD every year. Never ends. Yeah. Well, they overproduce their roster. Like, I don't think they're all that great. They find a way to get to 10 wins, make it to the playoffs, and then they face a really good team, and it's hard to get through over the hump. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick throw over to the right side, caught by Schultz, and it will be tackled immediately for a gain of 2, 3rd down and 4. Like, just think of this. Since Mike Tomlin has been in the Steelers locker room, they have not even drafted in the top 10. In the top 10. Incredible. Don't understand why we got so excited that Eagles lost yesterday when they won the championship they last year. Yeah, it's just troll-like behavior, to be honest. In the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. 4 seconds to the play clock. 3 takes the snap. Looking, steps up, Stroud, pumping, avoiding, dancing. Now going to throw it over and intercepted! And it's another turnover for CJ Stroud, who just gets absolutely crazy feet in that pocket and throws it into traffic. Oh, brutal. What a disaster throw by CJ Stroud. And that's a turnover for the Steelers defense, who prevent points yet again. Aaron Rodgers coming back onto the field in their own territory. But yeah, just a terrible throw. Does he make this catch? Yep, that never even hit the ground. Eccles with the interception. That'll bring him to the 14-yard line. There you go. Monday Night Football gods are Steelers fans. Yeah, that's true. They have not lost on Monday night in a very, very long time. Or ever. Were they undefeated on Monday night? Or is it just a streak? Refs and the Lloyd. Refs are letting the boys be boys. Love it. There you go. Picked off, says Ray Gamer. That's right. Yeah, but if we counting name changes as Jay took a bag. I mean, that is 3 turnovers for CJ Stroud, including and at plus 2 other fumbles. He has put the ball in harm's way a lot today. Tim Stroud is bad. Your guy might go in. Oh yeah, Davis Mills. I actually love Davis Mills on the Texans right here. He's a great game manager. I like Mills a lot. Not as like an elite quarterback or anything, but just a guy that could come in and command the offense and just do enough. I liked him coming out of Stanford. Yeah, Alex Smith type quarterback. First and 10. Single back formation is Rodgers. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Straight ahead is Warren. Warren push the pile forward, still going past the 10-yard line. The 11. Go back up. Orange bad. This is Herbert bad. Oh, the legend of Herbert being awful will continue to grow. Second and 3. 3 receivers to the left side. DK Metcalf on the solo left. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Warren. Warren will get the first down. Gain of 3 to the 14-yard line. Move the chains here for the Steelers. $9:23 to go in the third quarter. First and 10. Here we go. Two receivers each way. No, excuse me. 3 receivers to the right. Now made in motion. Skorenic stays on the right. Oh, that's a play. That's a false start. Jonnu Smith called for the false start. Rodgers looking at the ref like, who was it? Who was it? Tell me who it was. Tell me who it was so I can get in there and chew him. Maybe CJ's cold. Yep. 9:04 to go in the third quarter. All right. 48:50 to go. 3 receivers to the right side. Single back formation. Gainwell, the running back, takes the snap. Quick throw to the right side. Calvin Austin is going to get eaten up by Petrie. And the cavalry comes in and knocks him over. Petrie with his little kid helmet on. I always laugh at when I see these little puffy helmets on there. Guardian cap. Makes him look so silly. But, hey, They feel safer with it. God bless them. 2nd and 15 now coming up here for Steelers. Joe Ryan hyped up. 2 receivers each way and the shotgun. Rodgers puts Valdez Scantling in motion. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Blitz coming. Quick throw over to the left side. And he gets crushed. Calvin Austin. But he does make the catch for a gain of 6. Sets up 3rd down and 9. Him as pro CTE. I don't think it actually fixes TTE. But it makes them feel better. So you feel good, you play good. Third down and 9, 7:28 to go in the third. Rodgers standing in the field, 3 receivers to the right. And in motion, Scantling stays on the right side, takes the snap. Man rush. Pressure coming, has to get rid of it, and has his man open is Valdez Scantling. And Bullock comes up and makes the nice tackle. And it's 7 minutes to go in the third, and the drive continues at their own 29-yard line here for the Steelers. You need to get one to wear during the Commander streams. Put a helmet on with the Guardian cap. Single back formation. Their own 29-yard line. And in motion is Thielen, left to right. Takes the snap, hand off to the right side, cutting it up the field is Gainwell, who's shaking and baking, slips the first tackle, but will get tackled for a loss. This Texans defense, man, they are swarming. Tim, will you invest in my anti-magnet helmet design? Helmets weigh 40 pounds. LB68 loves your play calls. It reminds him of old school radio broadcasters. Appreciate it, Susan. Thank you for you and your husband's kind words. Thank you. 2nd and 12. 3 receivers to the right side. Rodgers in the shotgun. Their own 27-yard line. Rodgers takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pumping. Pumping again. Pressure coming. Escapes. Rolling to his right. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throws on the move and into the dirt. Throws it away. Petrie diving for the football. Incomplete. 3rd and 12. 5:52 to go in the third quarter. Neil Hunter. Oh my, what a spin move. That looked like prime Dwight Freeney. Are you kidding? That was an incredibly quick spin move. That was one of the best spin moves I've ever seen. Like, wow, that was so quick. The Neil frickin' Hunter. I mean, he watches some Dwight Freeney film if I've ever seen somebody. Good night. Beautifully done. Takes the quick snap as Rodgers. Looking, stepping up, pressure, going deep. Flicks it up there for Austin, and incomplete. Austin wants a flag, not going to get it. Lassiter on the coverage. 4th and 12, they want a flag. Let's take a look at it. I'm not sure. I think it was really he fell because of the feet. I know there was a little bit of a hand-to-hand contact, but did he grab and pull? Let's see. I mean, his arm is there. He doesn't really grab and pull him, though. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit, but honestly, I thought it was pretty good defense there. Get your weight up there, Calvin. There's the snap. There's the kick from Waitman. Back to receive is Noel. Noel will make a catch at about the 19. Here comes the return to the right. And he's got 3 defenders right there. Not going to make very much progress after the 30. Gets to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. 5:33 to go in the third quarter. We got a battle here in a 1-point game, 7-6, with 5:33 to go. Andrew Tim already has CTE. It's not going to help him. What? Good thing we have a doctor in the house. I think I'm going to take that as a legal diagnosis. Right back. Oh, shoot. There you go. My doctorate is in interpretive dance, Tim. Saying I don't judge. Doctor's a doctor's a doctor's a doctor. Just ask Joe Biden. All right. Single back formation. Here's each way. DJ Stroud. Man in motion takes the snap. Play action. Roll to his right side. Hits Hutchinson. Hutchinson turns upfield. And Hutchinson will dive ahead for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Texans at their own 35-yard line. Top with a P. Sounds like people shoot through people through our windows. No, oh gosh. All right, moving on. 2nd and 5. And in motion is Schultz. Stays on the left side. Single back formation, handoff up the middle. There is a flag, though, and it's a gain of 2. Most likely a illegal motion called on Schultz. What is Rodgers doing? Why aren't you targeting DK? I think the Texans probably are anticipating targets. Okay, probably why. All right, here we go. The shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Takes their snap, 4-man rush, stepping up, pressure coming, escaping, and nope, tackled. He might get back to the line of scrimmage, but either way, I hate that sacks count when it's 0 yards. I hate it. There we go. 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Good protection. Overthrows Nico Collins. Nico Collins slipped there at the top of the route, but I don't think he would have completed it anyway. Even if you have CTE or not, wear a cardiac. All right, here comes the punt from Towson. Back to receive is Austin. Austin way back at his own 10. He's got room. Running towards the middle of the field. And he slips past the first tackler. And he'll get to the 24-yard line. That is where the Steelers will start this next drive. Speaking of CTE, Tim, where does Tua end up? And I don't know. Who wants Tua? Jets? New York? All having a bad inflatable skins helmet. Close enough. All right, so at their own 24-yard line, they're still in the game, man. 6-7. Cardinals will take Tua. That's interesting too. They have a horrible offensive line as well, though. That would be bad. You have a top pick. Maybe they get a new left tackle with their first round pick. Interesting. We should go to the Eagles and be Hurts backup. Actually, I mean, as far as places to be backups, it wouldn't be bad. And then obviously, I get the whole Alabama joke is then he can come in, win the Super Bowl for him, win the championship. I love it. I think Cardinals keep Murray. That's why they fired the coach. And I was interested in Gannon as well. I thought I liked Gannon. Sometimes, even when you like him, it doesn't quite work out. All right. Steelers ball at the 24-yard line. Here we go. Under center. 3 tight ends on the right side. DK Metcalf to the left. We're in the running back. Rodgers scanning the field. Man in motion is Thielen. Takes the snap. Play action. Looking. Stepping up. Going deep. And caught by Thielen. Had to go up top and brings it in. And that'll be good for 21 yards to the 45-yard line of their own. Great game there for the Steelers. Beautifully done. A little shake and bake at the top. A little 10-yard to a 12, like a 12 to 15-yard out route. Nothing going around saying the Jets will trade for Murray. Rather, Gannon was cringy. Ooh. No, Gannon was a creep. Okay. Well, then fair enough. In the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff. Nope, play action. Pumping again. Pressure coming. Has to just get rid of it to the flat. And he finds Jonnu for a loss of 1. Al-Shahir in on the tackle. Well, part of being a head coach is being a great leader. I thought he had, he was a good offense, good mind. Ooh, wait a minute. Gannon fired? Ooh, I would like him as our defensive coordinator. That's interesting. I think he's a really good defensive mind. I remember watching the Cardinals against us. I actually like that a lot. Interesting. I hope we go after Gannon. 2nd and 11. 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun, takes a snap. 4-man rush. Looking, stepping, pressured, and has to just get rid of it and throwing in the dirt. Is that intentional grounding again? And not really anybody in the area. There's something going around. No, wait. Gannon is our DC. I might leave the fan base. Really? Kingsbury gets Tua and drafts a QB to develop. And knowing Tua, learn quick. $2:10 to go in the third. 3rd down and 11. 3 receivers bunch to the right side in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking. Stepping up. Pressure. Fumble! Who's going to get it? The Steelers jump on it. McCormick recovers the fumble. And it will be 4th and 25. They'll be forced to punt, but that was a huge fumble recovery from McCormick. That would have been massive. But you had Danielle Hunter getting the sack and fumble from Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Fatanu. He's rough, man. He is just rough. Troy Fatanu just needs to go somewhere. I think he was the other tackle from Washington, if I remember correctly. Him and Rosengarten, I wasn't impressed by either. Let me take a look here. I think that's true. Fatanu, I'm pretty sure he was the left tackle and Rosengarten was the right tackle. Yeah. I was not impressed by either one of those guys, and he is getting destroyed by Danielle Hunter today. I mean, Danielle Hunter is a great defensive edge, so it's not embarrassing to get beat by him here and there, but come on, dude. You got to make it better than this. We hate Gannon that much, huh? What is going on with not Rich Gannon, with, what was his name? Gannon Cardinals? Jonathan Gannon. The head coach of the Cardinals. Commanders bring recently fired NFC head coach in for DC interview. Uh-oh. Oh, snap. Maybe I just called it. Dallas Cowboys line up DC interview for fired Gannon. Commanders bring in him for an interview. 4 hours ago, Commanders bring recently fired NFC head coach in for DC interview. Welcome to the Bears, pig. All right, everybody give their team in the chat. Who would be, if you had to leave your team, let's say your team just gets wiped out of the league, what team are you going to be a fan of? Me, I personally believe in being a home team, so I would probably have to go to the Ravens. If my team just got wiped off the map, I'd probably switch to Baltimore. I'm not proud of that, but I just like being local to my team. Like, if I moved somewhere, like if I moved to Florida or something, I'd become a local fan. Like, if I moved to Jacksonville, I'd become Jacksonville fan. Or if I moved somewhere else, like, I'd become a local fan. But, like, as far as, like, who's my second favorite team, I don't know. That's interesting. If I had to leave, I would go with the Rams, even though they left St. Louis. Gotcha, Rams. That makes sense. I'd probably have to go to the Ravens. Jacksonville, Susan says. All right. Getting wanting to recreate last year's magic, hire Cardinals head coach from the previous year. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Play action. Stroud looking. Quick throw over the middle of the field and incomplete. Looking for Nico. Nico injured on the play or mad on the play? Order. Talking smack. 2nd and 10 at their own 23-yard line. I follow my king, Mendoza, wherever Mendoza goes. I like that answer. Collins will go to the blue tent for a concussion protocol as he headbutts the ground. See how it works out for him. Nobody else has an opinion on who their second team would be? All right, in the shotgun is Stroud. 2 receivers each way. Oh, snap, and he wasn't ready for it. Stroud scoops it up. Stroud, he was not ready for it at all, and he's going to lose 5 yards on the play 3rd and 15, D'Amico Ryan frustrated with his offense. CFO is, but he's definitely going one. I'll be honest, and I can get made fun of, but I've always liked Rams and Pats, so if I had to get rid of both of them, I'd go to Arizona. That's one of my favorite places to visit. There you go. Here we go, 3rd and 15. Man in motion here is Kirk from right to left. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. At their own 18, takes the snap. Blitz coming. They pick it up nicely. Steps up. Stroud pumping, going deep. Has a man. It's Kirk! Kirk down the right sideline! And a 49-yard gain. 33 yards, 49-yard gain to the 33-yard line of Pittsburgh. 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. C.J. Stroud steps up and delivers a huge pass. Beautifully done by C.J. Stroud. And honestly, that is all set up by the offensive line. That offensive line has not been very good this year, but they stepped up in a massive way on 3rd and 15. They go max protection to make sure that Stroud had plenty of time in the pocket, and Stroud delivers a beautiful pass. Bang! That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter here. 7-6. My new team would be the Bills. The Bills. All right, fair enough. The Bills. All these random fumbles in the game, yep. Stroud drops it again, yeah. Big play there by DJ Stroud to Christian Kirk. But really, that offensive line stepped up big time there. That was huge. Absolutely huge. Tim, you don't follow Mendoza on LinkedIn. I apologize. I mean, I am not aware of the LinkedIn lore. I love the Rich Gannon. Or sorry, Jonathan Gannon. I keep putting Rich. Gannon, look. He's a good defensive coordinator. I remember watching that film of us playing him, and they hit after it. David Blau and Jonathan Gannon. I'm in. I'm in on that. The only thing is that would him and Dan Quinn be compatible? That would be. Him just described Dante's file or failed. No salary cap when hiring coaching staff? Correct. Are you asking a question or saying a statement? If you're asking a question, correct. There's no salary cap on coach. All right, here we go. Single back formation here for the Texans. 36-yard line, excuse me. Takes the snap. Hand off up the middle is Marks. Marks will cut it upfield and get a gain of maybe 3. There's a flag, though. It's going to be offensive holding on Titus Howard. Brings up 1st and 20 now at Pittsburgh's 46. Gannon has 0 aura. That's okay. We don't need aura. Just need a great defensive coordinator mind. Let Dan Quinn bring the aura. I'd rather have Mike McDaniel as DC over Gannon. I know what I said. 1st and 20. 3 receivers to the left side. Stroud scanning the field. Takes the snap. Hand off to Marks. Marks cut it upfield. Marks will get some of those penalty yards back to about the 39-ish yard line. 2nd and 13. Oh, no. Oh, Nico Collins. Oh, I think... Yeah, he's got a real concussion. He's rubbing his head. I mean, hey. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he just literally headbutted the crap out of that ground. Just in case you're wondering, yeah, turf wins between you and your head. Here we go. 2 receivers each way. Maybe he should have been wearing a Guardia cap. In the shotgun is Stroud, takes the snap. 4-man rush, pumping, pressure, has to get rid of it, and does. Turns upfield is Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk will dive ahead just past the 33-ish yard line. 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Texans. Did you know Bob Crane and Hogan's Heroes was, what? What? He's cringy and creepy, Aura? 3rd and 6. 13.5 to go in the 4th. The receivers bunch to the right side in the shotgun. Kirk goes in motion right to left, back to the right. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Stroud looking. Quick throw to the left side. And trying to go back shoulder to Higgins and Joey Porter all over him. Joey Porter. Good night. That guy, he is tough. So it's a 50-yard field goal for Kahimi Fairburn. Went in. I would take Al Harris from the Bears, though. I think you guys are being dramatic here. What are you guys talking about? Kahimi Fairburn, 4th and 6, 51-yard attempt from the left hash. You have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. Right down the middle. Ooh, that was actually shorter than I expected. He does make it, but... Man, I thought he would have had the leg pretty easily there, but that was not very impressive. That's game. And 6. Just got to see what the Steelers can do. No, you will not. Tim Zorn over Gannon. McDaniel was aged so much while coaching Miami. Having to wrangle young millionaires in that city from getting in trouble, that's a challenge. That is certainly a challenge in Miami. But hold on. Jonathan Gannon. I'm just going to Google it. Creepy vibe. See what anybody has to say. This new video of Cardinals coach meeting players is super awkward. UQ explode. You got that. There's something about Grand Gannon that's creepy. I don't know. I think you guys are just weird. All right. I think you guys are just weird. You guys are just being weird. Typical chat. Typical chat. Do you know who was not weird? Joe Witt, and you guys hated him. You know what? Bring in somebody that's got a great defensive mind. Give me Gannon. Here's Kamimi Fairburn. Kick it away, and it's going to be caught at the 7. Gainwell, towards the middle of the field, cuts up and gets spun down about the 31-yard line. That's where the Steelers will start this next drive. We all know Tim is the only one who doesn't think he's a creep. I don't know this creep situation. I don't know. I'm not saying I know. Gannon gives me the ick. So it was weird. What you mean? What you mean, cuz? There we go. 3 receivers bunch to the right. Manning the field is Rodgers. Rodgers takes the snap. Hand off to Gainwell, cuts it to the left side. He's got room to run. Gainwell will get out of bounds after a gain of about 14 yards to the Steelers' 45-yard line. Don't count the Steelers out just yet. I mean, we just watched them last week against the Ravens. Not a lot of offense between the two teams, and then all of a sudden there was an explosion in the last 8 minutes or so. This game is going to be far from over. Video made Eberflus look like competent at times. Then America saw him coach. 3 receivers to the right in the shotgun. Rodgers takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping. Going deep down the left sideline. Tipped up in the air and nearly caught by Austin. Austin tried to sell it like he caught it. I don't think so. I think it was a little bit underthrown. Allowed the defender to get back into it. Tipped up in the air. Austin trying to bring it in. Definitely not a catch. I wear rose colors glasses, so all the red flags we see is just flags for him. Right, Noise, remember when Eberflus had to grow a beard for people to take him seriously? Here we go. In the shotgun. In the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Hand off to the left side. Gainwell is going to get eaten up on that play. Togai and Toa. I mean, that's scary. When you have 2 Hawaiians coming at you like that, those dudes are freaks on defensive side of the football. Hawaiians, defensive players, and offensive linemen. That's all they're good for, and they're great. I mean, they're just so strong and crazy. I had a couple of them on the defense in college. They are freaks. 3 receivers to the right. Empty backfield set, 3rd and 12. Again, mid-jump. Doesn't work. Here we go. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Looking. Stepping up. Pressure! Down goes Rodgers! Oh, the ball's out! It's scooped up! Oh my gosh! They're going the other way! And it's touchdown Houston! Rankins has it! And the Texans go up 16-6 pending an extra point! Holy smokes! It's a touchdown Texans at the moment. Recovered by the Houston. And luckily they let Rankins get it because he was not down and he scoops and scores. Will Anderson with the pressure here. Oh my gosh. Fumble. And Rankins ends up with it and he scoops and scores. And that's a touchdown. Here comes the extra point. Aaron Rodgers, after a hit like that, ready to retire. From the left hash, we have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game here in Pittsburgh. 11:23 to go in the 4th quarter. Wow. Big boy Rankins, yep. So much Steelers winning streak turned into a skid mark. Oh, gosh. Literally, the difference is in his look was started going to sports clips instead of great clips. Oh, God. Would you rather have a QB that struggles in rookie year and figures out in the second year than have a QB have an outstanding rookie season and have a sophomore slump? If I had to pick, I would rather have the first option because it's nicer to see the progression. But I don't necessarily think that a quarterback that has a sophomore slump is like destined to be bad or something. But if I had to pick one, I would rather have a guy that starts slow and gradually goes up rather than that. Yeah, I bet his house on this game. This is depressing for Tim since he's going to be homeless. Tim has that much on this game? Thinking Texans defense can contain May next week? Yeah. All right, caught at about the 10-yard line. Gainwell cuts towards the middle of the field. Gainwell trying to turn the field. Does jump over a defender. Slips another tackle. All that to get to about the 32, 33-ish yard line. First and 10 Steelers. After the sack fumble, here come the Texans. D'Amico Ryan? Oh. D'Amico Ryan used to be freaking massive. Look at him now as a head coach. Good for him. He's lost some weight. Not as yoked up, but golly, just looking at him as a linebacker. Linebackers are such huge human beings. Three receivers to the left side. In the shotgun is Rodgers. Takes the snap, drops back, looking, pumping. Rodgers going deep down the middle and cannot find Freiermuth. Incomplete. 1-1-1-1 in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I remember meeting, sign my hat, Zach Brown. I think it's Zach Brown, the guy that came from Buffalo over here to us in like the 2017 era, whatever it was, and in 2017. And you think of linebackers compared to defensive linemen, and they're like, oh, defensive linemen are the big guys. Linebackers are good size, but not that big. Takes a snap, pumping, throws underneath. It'll be caught by Warren, hit immediately by Al-Shahir. Standing up next to Zach Brown, he looked like 350 pounds, and he was a linebacker. It's ridiculous. Takes the quick snap. Rodgers looking, going over the middle. Freiermuth with strong hands. Wow, what a great catch by Freiermuth. There is a flag, and there's defensive too many men on the field. The classic Aaron Rodgers move. He hurries up to the line before you can get your defense set, and then he just zips it in there. What a catch by Freiermuth. It would have been a 5-yard gain either way. He has only three through for 300 once, though. Yeah. That's going to go off. May is getting 300 easy. Interesting take. D'Amico Ryan is still massive. He does not. He looked way bigger in that clip than he does on the sideline. Two receivers each way. In the shotgun is Rodgers. And I have to go in the fourth. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Pumping. Looking. Stepping up. Rodgers tripped up and sacked. Rodgers showing some frustration. Now the Texans defensive line just clapping it up. Living it up. Laughing it up. He's wearing a jacket. Maybe he's bigger than you're right. Maybe the jacket is throwing it off. Maybe. But looking at that clip, he looked huge. When I look at D'Amico Ryan on the sideline, I do not see a huge guy right now. Two receivers each way. And in motion, stays on the right as Thielen. Takes a snap, 3-man rush. Pressure coming, avoids it, rolling to his left side, keeps his eyes downfield, now throws downfield, and incomplete. Bullock on Metcalf, knocks it down, 3rd and 13. Yeah, Tim, take off your rose-colored glasses. He's got a jacket on. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's look. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 13. Takes a snap. Rodgers looking. Steps up. Pressured. Batted at the line and incomplete. 4th and 13 now with 9.5 to go in the 4th. Tim is such a pick-me girl. Sorry, D'Amico Ryan is not as jacked for you. D'Amico Ryans, the current Houston Texans head coach, has undergone a noticeable transformation in physique since playing, appearing significantly leaner. There you go. There's the kick from Waitman. And fair catch is going to be caught at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Texans. More slender as a coach compared to his robust linebacker build, reflecting a shift, the high mass required for the NFL linebackers' duties, to a lighter, more athletic frame for his coaching role. Though exact weight loss figures are not known. Using Google AI. I just Googled it. If there was an AI, if there was a thing, there was a article on it or not. Google AI agrees with whatever you enter. All right, let's see. D'Amico Ryan weighs the same since playing. D'Amico Ryan likely does not weigh the exact same as he did in the NFL. The direct comparison of playing weight, his current coaching weight, is not publicly detailed. He played a 247-pound linebacker, common for professional football players, especially those in physically demanding roles like offensive linemen, lose a significant amount of weight in retirement or sometimes struggle with weight gain as their activity change drastically. So no, it doesn't just agree with whatever you put in. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. And I put that he weighs the exact same since playing. Did I just exit out? I can't even show it. There was no other article, though. I would believe you, actually, if Google AI just agreed with whatever you said. So that's why I did want to check it, but it didn't. Vigo got pig's magnet surgery adjustment. Here we go. We got Bills, Broncos next week on Saturday. Niners and Seahawks on Saturday. Interesting that they're doing an AFC and NFC game on each day. I would do both AFCs on one day and both NFCs on one day. Then nobody gets an advantage. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Marks. Marks gonna fight forward for a gain of maybe 3. 62 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And 8. Fullback formation. Woody Marks ending the field. Takes the snap. Quick throw to the left side. It's going to be caught. Is Higgins. And that'll be enough for a first down. Gain of 9. The 24-yard line. And looking to have a long, sustained drive here. Try to kill the clock as they have an 11-point lead. Yeah, they can do. They've run the ball quite well today. They have 23 carries for 124 yards. Was 5 yards a carry as a team. Woody Marks, 17 carries, 97 yards. You have Nick Chubb at 5 carries, 25 yards. So both running backs running very well. Back formation, Nick Chubb, the running back. Seconds to the play clock, takes the snap, handoff up the middle is Chubb. Chubb, a little shaking and baking, not much, but he stays on his feet. Get a couple extra yards, maybe a gain of 2 or 3. Second down and 8 coming up at their own 26. $7:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Clock is continuing to move. Jay Stroud breaks the huddle. seconds left on the play clock. They get set. 3 receivers punch to the left side. CJ Stroud under center. Seconds, 5, 4, and in motion, takes the snap. Handoff to the right side is Chubb. Turns upfield. Chubb, ball forward for a gain of about 3, close to the 30-yard line. Third down coming up here for the Texans. Aaron Rodgers does have a decent amount of comebacks, so we shall see. It ain't over yet. Yeah, the Steelers got to get off the field here first. Third down at about 4. Seven minutes to go on the fourth quarter. 18 seconds left in the play clock. Jay Stroud scanning the field here. Gotta get that first down. 3 receivers bunch to the left side, takes the snap. Blitz coming. Stroud steps up, throws over to the right side. Wide open is Kirk down the right sideline. And Kirk's, I thought he was about to split the defense, but he does get to about the 37-yard line. And a 33-yard gain for Texans on 3rd and short. And this Texans team are looking to go to the next round. Tomlin fired? A great question. Do we see Tomlin and Harbaugh fired in the same year? Imagine if Harbaugh got the job. I don't think they would. I think, Steelers are known to hire a younger guy and just ride with him for 20 years. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff up the middle is Marks. Marks will cut it up for a gain of about 2. Yeah, who would be the next young guy that they would trust with the head coaching job? The Steelers' head coaching job is serious. Tim is the coolest dude. Thanks for calling the football games. Well, thanks, dude. Appreciate the kind words. As usual, they're blind official. Hope so. Tired of hearing it every year. Yeah, blind justice. Maybe not. If Texans score again, it's over. Yep. 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Texans trying to ice this game out. Touchdown would be killer here. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Chubb. Chubb cuts it up the middle and has a nice gain to the 30-yard line. Sets up a 3rd down and 3. Gain of 5. And here we go. Mike McDaniel, good fit for the Steelers? I think so. The Steelers like a big presence, right? I get like a real energy about them. I mean, think of Mike Tomlin, Bill Cowher, Chuck Noll. Like these guys, like they have a presence about them. They're not just dirty football coaches. 2 receivers each way. The shotgun is Stroud on 3rd and 3. Chubb, the running back, takes the snap, handoff to Chubb, straight ahead, and Chubb gets the first down with ease to the 21-yard line, and the Steelers, wait a minute. Yeah, it's an offsides on Eckel, so this first down would stand at the 21-yard line, and the clock will continue to run. 4:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Scott Turner. Let's see. Who would I be interested in hiring if I was single back formation? Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Chubb will fall forward for nothing, loss of a yard. Texans really about to run this whole clock out. You know who the Steelers would love? A D'Amico Ryan. Obviously, he's not available, but they would love a D'Amico Ryan type guy. Texans really about to run this whole clock out? Maybe. Under 4 minutes to go now. 2nd and 11. Single back formation. And in motions, Hutchinson stays on the right side, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Chubb. Chubb, finding a lane this time, falls forward down at the 16-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Texans. Brian Flores. That is an interesting. How old is Brian Flores now? Brian Flores is 44. That is a good name. Yeah, Brian Flores is a good one. Oh, face mask on Herbig. That's an automatic first down. That's huge. That is huge. 3:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Only if he did become a better person. Yeah, Steelers won't tank any season for better draft position. They'll need a transitional coach to take on the city's hate to restructure long term. No, that's not how they work. Single back formation, two receivers each way, and in motion is Noel from right to left, takes the snap. You got to realize the Steelers only have had 3 coaches in like 50 years. They're not looking for any transitional coach. They're going to the next guy. Top head coaching candidate. Robert Salah. Robert Salah actually is a good one. That matches that energy. How old is he? Takes the snap, handoff to the right side is Marks. Marks with a nice crease and into the end zone. Texans! Exclamation point on this game, 23-6. And now it's a 17-point game pending an extra point. And the Steelers are in trouble. They need 3 scores in 3.5 minutes. Not with this offensive line. Texans Patriots is going to be a good game. Yep. Steelers have lost the wild card in several straight years. Yep. Cliff Kingsbury, no. Joe Brady? I don't know his energy. There's the kick from Ka'imi Fairbairn, and it's going to be good from 24-6. Mentor, maybe? Definitely not Todd Monken. Brian Flores is a great candidate. For a Ron numero, I have no idea. Beaver, I don't. Maybe? F. Halfley, no. Clint Kubiak? Oh, it's Clint. 38 years old? Clint Kubiak's a little interesting. Tim, if the Super Bowl is Chicago Patriots, would you become the Joker? I don't hate Caleb Williams. Like he wasn't an option for us, so I don't mind if Caleb Williams wins at all. There's the kick from Ka'imi Fairbairn. He caught at muffed kick, but he does scoop it up. Is Gainwell. Gainwell to the left side. Oh, nice block by Warren. Holy smokes. Tackled at the 29-yard line there for Gainwell. 3:33 to go in the fourth. Tim would leave the Commanders and become a Caleb's biggest fan. I mean, no, it's pretty easy for me to root on the Bears. I don't hate Ben Johnson. Like Ben Johnson didn't offend me. I didn't care. And Caleb Williams was not an option for. Like it's complete opposite of Drake May. My wife apparently likes to say "Da Bears." 3:33 to go in the fourth. Calling it now. Philip Rivers, next Pittsburgh coach. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw to the left side. Batted at the line. 3.5 to go now. Philip Rivers, next head coach. That would be crazy. All right, good night. Love you. Still here in spirit. Had to take my seizure medicine. Bit loopy. Hey. Loopy's fun. In the shotgun, Rodgers. 3 receivers right. Takes the snap. Looking. Pumping. Quick check down and incomplete to Gainwell. The brutal ending to a fantastic career Aaron Rodgers just getting destroyed for a 6-point performance. Father Time, as they say, is undefeated. And looks to be the case. .327 to go in the fourth. 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun here is Rodgers. Their own 29-yard line. 4 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Rodgers looking, steps up, pumping, throws underneath. Caught by Gainwell. Gainwell turns upfield. Gain of about 5. 4th and 5 coming up. And, of course, they got to go for it in these situations. Joe Flacco over Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Oh, they're going to... Oh, there you go. 3 receivers to the right. Rodgers scanning the field. Rodgers takes the snap. 4-man rush. Pumping. Goes over to the right side. And an interception. And Bullock's going to return it. Bullock. And Rodgers avoids does not make the tackle. And there's a pick 6. Oh my goodness. Imagine if the final throw of Aaron Rodgers is a pick 6. Honestly, poetic. Aaron Rodgers should just go to the bench and say, bring in Will Howard. I'm calling it a day. Pick 6 to ice it. Wow. Aaron Rodgers just trying to force it out there. Going back shoulder to Freiermuth, but Freiermuth didn't quite adjust for it. And interception, Bullock, and Bullock runs it in for a touchdown. It is now 30-6, ending in extra point. Dang. Game been over, yep. Yep. Wow, Texans' first ever road playoff game is a winner here. Fair enough. Rodgers still has time to throw more interceptions. See if Rodgers still goes out there, or do they just send Will Howard? Game over when they punted down 11? I wouldn't say that. I mean, their defense was playing pretty well overall. Could have got a potential another turnover, especially with C.J. Stroud, how he was looking for a while. Crazy how wide the lead is. The Texans not doing well on offense. Yeah, I mean, 2 defensive turnovers will do that to you. A scoop and score, and now a pick 6. Texans defense is real. From the left hash, Fairbairn. Have. Snap, the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is ugly. Wait a minute. No, it's no good? Oh my gosh, he line drived it under the crossbar? That is wild. You don't see that very often. Did it really not go over the crossbar? Snap the hold, the kick is up. Kick. Yeah, it's short of the crossbar. You don't see that very often at all. That was weird. Yeah, Texans, the C.J. Stroud in 3 years surpasses Dak Prescott in going further in the playoffs despite Prescott's 10. Yeah. Well, when you have a defense like this, it certainly helps. There's life. What was the over-under to start this game? Was it 36.5? Did that miss PAT hit the under? Oh my god, it was 36.5. Or is this live? No, it's live. Never mind. This is live betting. Stands are empty. Yep. No, this is live. What was it beforehand? You see that? Steelers versus Texans. Odds. Total points was 38.5. Okay. Never mind. Here we go. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Warren. Warren will get maybe a half yard on the play. Oh, please. Just. Oh, they did. It is. Oh, my gosh. He is. Closed at 38.5. Got it. Okay, thanks, guys. And they actually did it. Aaron Rodgers' final throw of his career is going to be a pick six. In the playoffs to go home. Oh, it's poetic. I mean, and it's not because I hate Rodgers. It's just, you know what? You had a fantastic career. 3-time MVP, Super Bowl champion. I mean, incredible stats. Some of the best QBR of all time. Just comebacks, Hail Marys. The career is historic. One of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game. And you just fight on, keep playing at 42 years old, and it ends with a pick six. It's poetic. Honestly, overrated in my opinion. I mean, says the Bears fan. I'm gonna lay down now. Have a good night. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out, everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. I don't know how many we got left. 58 of you in the chat left. Appreciate all of you. Hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, the donations, the channel memberships, everything. It helps a ton. It's fun. And I enjoy doing this for sure. And appreciate the support from all of you. The Texans tried so hard to lose this game. The offense did. The defense certainly didn't. The anti-Elway send-off? Yeah. Yeah, the two options are either you win the Super Bowl and leave, like Peyton, or you just keep fighting and you end on a pick six. The Marino send-off, yep. Rex Grossman and Aaron Rodgers have the same number of NFC Conference championships. Is that even true? Has Rodgers only been to the Super Bowl once? He went 1-for-1? I think you're right, actually. Against the Steelers? Yeah, because the Steelers went against the Cardinals, I think, the year before. And yeah, then it was the meme of him always losing in the NFC Championship. Yeah, he never lost a Super Bowl. Which might be a difference with him and Rex Grossman. Maybe. I don't know. Did Rex Grossman ever win a Super Bowl? Don't start the rage bait. Yeah. All right, here's the snap and the handoff. Warren get tackled at the 40. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Steelers as this game comes to an end. Here's the kick and caught. All right, well. All right, well, this game is over. They're just running out the clock. Mason Rudolph is in the game, not Will Howard. Could be worse. Could be Dakota Prescott. There you go. Did you go for it on 4th down? And I think he got the first. So this game will come to an end. So appreciate all of you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I will certainly be back next week for the second round, divisional round of the playoffs. And you know what? We'll do the Monday night game as well with the Indiana versus Miami college football. I will commit to that, and we'll have a blast. So we'll see you then. So make sure to hit the notification bell when we go live. Appreciate all of you. I will see you next time. And until next time.